a few times. Jamal Barnes here helped us out, and he's going to be boxing on the pro card coming up in April. He's a local amateur champion, and he also has an impressive 15-3 record in the heavyweight division. He's a school teacher at Wilson, and he'd like to talk to you. Go ahead.
Great. First of all, I'd like to say it's a pleasure and honor for me to be here today. Before I start, I just want to get something straight. When I say check, I want you to say Irish. That lets me know that I have your full attention, and say it like you mean it. Check. Irish. Check. Irish. Check. Irish. Now we're good. Okay. Great. That's good. Just briefly about me, and I don't want to say too much about myself because it's not about me. It's about you tonight. As he said, I am a school teacher in the Rochester City School District at Wilson High School. I teach computer programming over there, and that's sort of really odd to be a computer programming teacher, and a professional boxer, but it can be done. The one cool thing about me is that for some unfortunate reason that I can't box tomorrow, I'm not upset because I don't need boxing. I do have an education to fall back onto, okay? That's a very important thing that you guys need to understand. You guys are warriors, and I know you're warriors because you're here tonight, and you need to approach life like that every single day. When life hits you, you need to hit back, okay? You need to understand that you need to go on, okay? Now, moving on, let's talk about some of the fears of tonight. If you have any, and if you don't, maybe you're not human. But I'm a professional fighter, and I always have fears. The thing you need to realize tonight is that everyone in here is a winner, okay? You hold your heads high, and you feel good about yourself no matter what the result is out there tonight. I need to let you know that safety is first. Keep your hands up out there, okay? For instance, when I fight, I don't take many punches. That's not boxing. The object of boxing is to hit and not get hit. Check. Irish. Check. Irish. Now, what I want you guys to do tonight is to remember that the main thing is that everyone in here is going to be an upstanding citizen. You're going to give back to society. You need to focus on tonight. Use tonight down the road in the future. When something is hard and you need to persevere, think about tonight how you were tired and you gasped for that last breath and you threw the last 2 punches for the round. You're going to need that in life. Now, what I want you to do for the next 6 minutes, when you step out there in that ring, boys, act like your opponent is from McQuaid, okay? Yeah! Girls, because I am a bit of a softie, keep your hands up and don't hurt those pretty faces of yours. And I just want everybody to make sure you have fun, and this will be great, and I'm so glad that I'm here. Check! Irish. Check! Irish. Check! Check! Irish. Yeah!
Good evening and welcome to the 71st renewal of the Aquinas Mission Bouts. In 1932, 2 underclassmen were having a little disagreement about a young lady when the then varsity basketball or football coach, Mac Russer, intervened and suggested that the boys hold a grudge match under the supervision of Mac. Max then got the idea to have other students involved and to hold the matches for the benefit of the missions. The missions in Mexico, Colombia, and St. Lucia still benefit from Max's idea even now in 2003. The original bouts were held in the old gymnasium in the school till 1945. Their popularity led to moving the event to Edgerton Park Sports Arena for the next 15 years and then on to the Community War Memorial when they became very popular. It was brought back to the Aquinas Gym after that, and in 1994, with the great one, former heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali in attendance, we started here at the Wegman Napier Athletic and Science Center. Tonight we will once again be entertained by the gentlemen and ladies under the supervision of Coach Dom Arioli and his staff of volunteers. All the participants have undergone extensive conditioning and instructions over the past few weeks. And once again, Aquinas Institute is the only high school in the United States to have boxing as a varsity sport. Joining me tonight is local boxing promoter and president of Rising Star Productions, Jim Cassidy. Jim, once again, it's a pleasure to work with you. Why don't you fill us in a little on the tonight's fights?
Well, Pat, it's always great to work with you also. We've been doing it a few years now, and it's always a big thrill that first Friday in March to come here to Aquinas and watch this great tournament that they put together. And this year, I understand that this is one of the largest boxing turnouts that we've had as far as participants. They had close to 70 kids which came out to try out for this team, and you're seeing the cream of the crop, the final 14 or 15 bouts. So it's been a very memorable year for them, and Dominic Arioli and the rest of the coaches are quite excited about the talent that's coming out of here. One of our celebrities that we're going to honor this night, or it's going to be here with us tonight, is a local Rochester school teacher who happens to be a professional fighter, one of the rising stars in the cruiserweight division, named Jameel Barnes, and he's got a great repertoire here with the children, with the kids that are going to be boxing, and you're going to see him in the dressing room in a few minutes.
Well, Jim, it sounds like another exciting night here at the Mission Bouts. So sit back, relax, and enjoy boxing at its best. Amateur boxing here at the Aquinas Mission Bouts.
Well, Jim, let's get ready to rumble! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ted Mancini, and I'll be your host for this evening's events here at Aquinas Institute. I'd like to take a minute to welcome you to the 71st Annual Aquinas Mission Bouts. Before we begin this evening, just a couple quick reminders. First of all, Aquinas Institute is a smoke-free campus. There is no smoking at any time here at Aquinas. I would also like to draw your attention to the exits located in the corners of the gym. Please take note of these exits should there be an emergency. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if I could ask you all to please rise, draw your attention to the door on the right-hand side of the gym, and put your hands together for the 2003 Aquinas Boxing Team, led by volunteers and coaches, with John Toscano, our honorary Aquinas Mission Bouts Chairman, class of 61. If I could ask you all to please remain standing this evening for the singing of the national anthem. And for our prayer, it's my pleasure now to introduce to you members from the cast of the Aquinas Theater production of Crazy for You, which opens March 20th and runs through March 23rd right here at Aquinas Institute for the singing of tonight's national anthem. Mr. Larry Anderson, Aquinas Campus Minister, with this evening's prayer.
Good evening, everybody. Let us pray in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Let's bow our heads and recognize that God is present. God, we thank you for bringing us together this evening, for our boxers, our coaches, our volunteers, our parents, and the fans. We just pray in thanksgiving for all that you've given to us. We pray for our world because our world needs prayers. We just ask that we follow in your direction, in your guidance. Keep us safe, keep our troops safe in the Middle East, and we pray for the people of the Middle East. And in thanksgiving for Aquinas Institute and all the blessings you've bestowed on us. May we represent you well this evening. We make our prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. St. Thomas Aquinas, pray for us. St. Basil, pray for us. We will now take a moment of silence for Supreme Court Judge John Mastrella, class of 1930, a longtime supporter of the Mission Bouts.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could please ask you to put your hands together for the people who make this program possible. Thank you very much to our singers. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. It is now my absolute pleasure to introduce to you the boxing coaches for this fine program, Mr. Dom Arioli, Mr. Don Schwab, and Mr. Chris Schwab. And to welcome to the ring this evening, Mr. John Toscano, class of Aquinas 1961, our honorary chairman for this evening's Mission Bouts, who will be presented this evening with a plaque in honor of his dedication to this fine program.
I'd just like to read what's engraved on this plaque here.
Okay, that's fine. I'll make sure it's
The 71st Aquinas Mission Bouts season is dedicated to John Toscano for his many accomplishments at Aquinas, as a star running back, a power-hitting first baseman for both Aquinas and the Maroon and White American Legion state finalists in 1959, and 4 unforgettable years in the Mission Bouts, and folks that could have been in this ring for all we know. He was twice middleweight champion and participated in Fight of the Night in 1961, excuse me. On a more personal note, I think we've all read the article in the Times-Union that was titled Mr. Everything. There's not too many individuals that have that type of influence on a community or a high school. I've had the pleasure to meet his family. I've had the pleasure to be associated with some of his nieces and nephews, and it is true to form with Mr. Toscano right through his family, and it's an honor to have you represented as the chairman here tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, everybody here at Aquinas for this. It's been 42 years since I've been into this ring, and I only wish I was in the shape I was in 42 years ago, but everything changes, and that's not the way it's going to be tonight. I just have one thing to say to all you boys and girls that are participating this year. A very, very, very small of the Aquinas alum ever participate in the Mission Bouts, and a very smaller percentage ever win a championship. So all I could say to you is good luck tonight, and don't leave anything in that locker room, and don't leave anything in that corner. Come out with all you have, and you'll never regret it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Once again, can we please have a round of applause for all these young ladies and gentlemen? I'd also like to take a moment, please, to recognize all of the fantastic and fabulous volunteers who make this program possible, including all of these amazing men and women in white who surround the ring this evening. All of them are ABA boxing officials who volunteer their time to this program. Ladies and gentlemen, the first bout of this evening. Are you ready? Then let's get ready to rumble! In the blue corner, to my right, in the junior featherweight division, freshman Frederick Lagemeyer. And in the red ring to my left, his opponent, freshman Tim Kelly.
Well, Jim, here we go again.
Well, Pat, the pleasure, and looks like we got a real smoking fight coming off right out the very bat here.
2003.
2003. We got
two freshmen going in this featherweight, junior featherweight competition. Lagemeyer in the blue corner, Kelly in the red corner.
Actually, the referee is Dan Cavanaugh here in this first fight. Dan's one of the real fine officials here with the Amateur Boxing Association. And as we always point out every year, Pat, you know, safety always comes first in these mission bouts, and these ABA officials are the top-notch officials in the whole nation. These are the same guys which bring our top amateurs through Colorado Springs and onto the Olympic Games and onto the World Championships, wherever they might be. So we're very fortunate to have this quality of official, which is here every year to support the Aquinas Mission Bouts.
And I noted that the timekeeper, Barb Nagel, wears her jacket proudly from the Lake Placid Olympic Training Center. Well, here we go with the first bell of the first fight. Kelly in the red, Lackemeyer in the blue, feeling each other out to begin with. Lackemeyer, the aggressor.
Lackemeyer stuns Kelly with that left jab. Kelly pushes off. Pushed off to give a little space, and Lackemeyer coming right in there again, trying to cut that distance down. He was successful with that real nice jab there, Pat, and kind of caught Kelly by surprise, caught Lackemeyer by surprise.
Kelly doesn't want to get stuck in the corner with Lackemeyer. Lackemeyer has reached 66-inch reach, 66-inch reach for Kelly, so they're... Lackemeyer walked into that jab. First round, taking a little breather here before they get going again.
I just heard somebody behind us say, what are these guys, brothers? They want to hurt each other? And that's what it is. These guys really are brothers. They're classmates, and they're as close as brothers, but while in the ring, they're not brothers.
Lackemeyer getting in some good punches there. Lackemeyer plans to go on to college after high school. Kelly right now, even as a freshman, plans on going to St. John Fisher after he graduates here from Aquinas. First year. Nice right hand there by Kelly.
And there's the bell in the first round with Fast Freddie Lackemeyer in the blue corner and Machine Gun Tim Kelly in the red corner. That was a pretty spirited round there, Pat.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, Lackemeyer came with those left jabs. He kind of set the tone of what he wanted to do, but Kelly came right back at him, you know, with them machine gun punches he was firing there. But pretty good warm-up to the night.
You saw some flurry of activity from both boxers, and then they took a little rest there, but they came right back again. Both of them are 5'6" tall, 14 years of age, both freshmen here at Aquinas. Both live in the city of Rochester. Fred's parents, Fred and Stephanie, and Kelly's Robert and Colleen. Referee trying to clean up a little water on it.
Yeah, Dan Cavanaugh saw a little water there. He was afraid of the fighter slipping. He was looking for a towel, but apparently there wasn't one around right now.
One of the boys feeling each other out, but when they start, a good right hand by Kelly, but Lackemeyer getting in there.
Lackemeyer's got a pretty good jab when he wants to pinpoint it. Oh, there's a good left-right combination there by Cavanaugh. Cavanaugh, he's a referee. Hi, Kelly.
They're both Irish.
And that's going to bring a standing 8 count. So that was a nice two-punch combination that got the referee's attention there.
Lackemeyer's knees were a little rubbery there, too, for a minute, but he's back in.
Lackemeyer got caught by surprise with that punch there. Kelly's kind of waiting on him. He's trying to do a little countering. You can see Lockemeier's trying to take the lead here.
I think he knows he lost some points on that with Kelly's flurry there, the combination, and he's got to get those points back.
Both guys sizing each other up, moving around the center of the ring here. Overhand right there by
Kelly, but Lockemeyer comes back with his own right. Kavanaugh breaks him up.
Little mugging going on here. Freddie Lockemeyer in blue. Good combination by Lockemeyer. Oh, he's catching Kelly with some good shots on the end of the chin there. Lockemeyer coming back strong after taking a standing 8 count earlier in the round. And the fans like it. Very receptive to a very nice round there by both guys.
This is indicative of what we're going to be at all night. We're going to have
yeah, it is.
Great fights.
These fights are always real tough to judge because they're so well matched up.
Both fighters play football here at Aquinas, and Kelly also runs track. So
well, that's great news. Aquinas, of course, all-state in football again this year, and these two guys should be in shape coming off the end of the season there.
It's interesting, Kelly on his little brochure that they handed us, it says, what does being in the Mission Bouts mean to you? And he said, being part of a family. This whole Mission Bouts group, the 70 kids that tried out this year for the Mission Bouts, is one big family, as John Toscano said at the beginning of the fights.
Referee Dan Kavanaugh holding things up here slightly while he gets some of the perspiration off the floor here. We don't want these guys to slip. You know, Pat, it's even easy to twist a knee. We've seen that happen before over the years, you know. So everything's got to really be taken care of as far as the ring floor. Very important part of the equipment up there.
And we have Monroe ambulance.
Oh, a good right
by Kelly.
Good left right hand by Kavanaugh, and Lockemeyer moves right in to cut the distance down.
Kelly in the red, Lockemeyer in the blue.
This is a very, very pinnacle round here. You know, it's a very close fight. Whoever establishes himself strongly in this round could get the decision.
Another good right by Kelly.
Lockemeyer cutting the distance and walks into a right hand by Kelly.
Fred's family right behind us, Jim. Good right and left combinations by Kelly.
Kelly trying to come over the top with those right hands, and he has a pretty good success with it. And Lockemeyer's doing a good job cutting the distance down. Both guys trying to grab a little breath of air here. A little bit of claret coming out of Lockemeyer's nose.
Final round.
Kelly dancing out of the way here. Lockemeyer trying to cut the distance, but nice jab by Lockemeyer. Boy, good combinations. Lockemeyer throwing some good combos. Well, we got to see who wants it the most right here. It's that close a fight. Lockemeyer trying to be the aggressor, and Kelly doing a pretty good job of counterpunching. We're winding down here at the end of the fight. Last 10 seconds. Good jab by Lockemeyer. Coming over the top. Lockemeyer trying to cut the distance. And there's the end of the third and final round here. The first fight, a good fight between Fred Lockemeyer and Tim Kelly.
You did anything you can. Getting tangled up with him, it's a hard thing to do.
Well, that was a good way to start off the night.
Clean up his nose before he goes in there.
Medals will be presented to each of the fighters.
Just a reminder to all the parents of boxers that you're supposed to be presenting the medals, so we ask you please to report to the ring following each bout.
So coming up to the ring for Fred Lockemeyer will be his dad, Fred, who works at B&O Wholesale, and his mom, Stephanie, who works at One Beacon Insurance. And over here with Tim Kelly will be his dad, Robert Kelly, who works at Kodak, and his mom, Colleen Kelly, who works at Mary Cariola Children's Center, or behind St. Anne's Church.
So it's nice to have the parents. You know, you have a winner in the bout because the judges do tally up their scores to see who wins, but there are all winners here.
And we have a decision. The winner of this evening's bout by split decision goes to the red corner, Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly, the winner of that first bout. May have been based on a couple of those right hands that he got in there, Jimmy.
I would like to
Yeah, he did a nice job counterpunching.
For a presentation of a men's junior heavyweight medal, who fought in a preliminary bout this past week.
That was a real good fight between
Freddie
Lockemeyer and Tim Kelly.
Daniel Daly.
Now these two fighters coming into the ring with their mothers, they fought earlier because we had so many fighters coming out this week.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Or this year, excuse me, that couldn't get all the championship fights on the cards tonight. They had 14 fights tonight. We've got 2 or 3 others that were fought earlier in the week.
Hey, help him on, Doc.
For our second bout of the evening.
Let's rule.
Ladies now, Jim, into the ring.
To my right, Heather
Rule on the blue corner.
And in the corner, to my left, the red corner, Liz Cullen.
Liz Cullen in the ring. Flyweight division. Heather Rule, a freshman here at Aquinas. Liz Cullen fought last year. Lost in a split decision to Brittany Baker. Again, Rule in the blue corner, Cullen in the red corner. And Cullen got a year of experience. Two young ladies.
Yeah, this gym is alive with these two ladies fighting up here, Pat. Heather's in blue, Elizabeth's in red. Elizabeth did a smart thing there. She went downstairs with it.
Heather's throwing a flurry of punches. Good jab by Cullen.
Heather's got a pretty snappy left jab she likes to throw. Good right hand back there by Heather.
Cullen with a 62-inch reach. We don't have a reach on Heather, but I would say it's pretty close to it. Heather's 5'1".
Liz Cullen throwing some good punches, good combinations.
Standing 8 count.
Referee Dan Cavanaugh giving Heather a standing 8 count here. I didn't think she was hurt at all. I think it was just that she landed a few combination punches.
Dan just getting some hair out of her eyes there, I think.
There's a Good series of blows here by Liz Cullen. Whoa! That's the end of round one. And these fans love it.
Two young ladies going toe-to-toe. Crowd really enjoyed that one.
I'll tell you, every year I'm amazed how much these people improve. And here we got two freshman ladies right off the bat, and they got pretty good technique.
Well, I think it's a tribute to Dom and his staff who train these kids. I start just after Christmas, beginning of the new year, and right up until fight night they're training. So
well, Liz fought last year, and I think that experience is showing a little bit. She brought Brittany Baldy last year, and she lost the decision, but you can tell that she wants to turn things around tonight because she's very serious in that ring.
Liz lives in Arundecoit. Heather lives in Gates. Heather going right after her.
Very spirited round here. Fight by these two girls. Boy, Liz Cullen doing a nice job throwing that overhand jab and backing up. And Heather steps right in. Very brave. Boy, I'll tell you. Her hair comes out again. This is the second time her hair's popped out.
Referee Kavanaugh asking the cornerman to get her hair tucked back in.
Boy, I'll tell you, what a good fight this is.
Yeah, so far it's a pretty even fight in my eyes.
Liz Cullen in red, Heather Peavy in blue. And boy, they like to get it on.
Good right hand by Heather. Good right hand by
Very
Liz.
impressive, Heather cutting that distance down.
You can hear the people behind us. The rabid
Liz
fight
Cullen.
fans.
Liz Cullen throws a few punches and then she steps out to regroup. Sometimes you just can't say nothing, Pat. You just let him fight. Whoa, big right hand.
Neither one of them wants.
War.
Neither one goes for too much of a breather.
And there's the bell, ending the second round of a great match so far.
Crowd on their
What a
feet
fans
again.
love this fight.
Crowd
Sometimes
really.
when you talk, you spoil the action. You just want to let the fans watch it.
Crowd really loving this fight.
I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with that left jab on Liz Cullen. She really knows how to snap it. She throws a few punches, and Heather's right there to meet her with them combinations. She doesn't back down at all. She stays right there cutting the distance. Heather ends up taking a step back to get her distance again. But boy, I'll tell you, these two girls are throwing 100 punches each round.
And Heather was just her first year of boxing here.
Boy, I'll tell you, impressive. I wouldn't want to be fighting her tonight, but I sure wouldn't want to fight her next week.
Oh. Final round.
I'll tell you, they're even coming out of the locker rooms to watch this fight.
Liz came out throwing a couple of good combinations.
Boy, what a fight.
Hold it.
Okay, we're stopping the action here. Looks like Liz might have lost a contact or something. Looks like they found it. It must have been right in her eye. Sometimes those things can slide around in there.
Okay.
Here we go. Whoa, good right hand there by Liz Cullen. Boy, I'll tell you. fight,
Boy,
toe to toe.
I'm going to hate to judge this one, Jim.
This is
Right hand
Hagler
came
and
from-
Hearns and Ollie and Frazier all rolled into one here.
That right hand came from the floor.
Man. Boy, these two ladies really are letting loose.
They're going to sleep good tonight. Good right hand by Liz. Heather comes right back.
Boy, they're throwing a lot of punches. These girls are in shape.
Good jab by Liz.
Whoa, good right hand. Good right hand there by Heather. She landed a good right hand and got a little answer from Liz.
10 seconds left in the round.
Both girls tiring, but neither one wants to quit. Boy, what a bunch, what guts. There it is, ending the third round. Whoa, we got a standing ovation in this gymnasium. Boy, I'll tell you.
Standing ovation.
It's some of the most spirited fighting we've seen. It's some of the most spirited fighting we've seen here.
I can see her contact out there. They just found it.
And Liz.
Well, this is going to be a tough one for the judges, Jim. Standing ovation by the crowd. Father Jim in to present the medal to daughter Liz. And Father Eric in to present the medal to Heather. Decision.
And the decision is in. The winner of tonight's bout in the red corner, Liz Cullen.
Liz Cullen, the winner. Cullen, excuse me. So Liz goes 1-1 in the Mission Bouts.
All our medals this evening are
Having,
being presented by
lost
the
in,
boxers' parents.
Elizabeth
We have
lost in last year's bout.
Another special awards presentation. I'd like to present the award for the women's featherweight.
Another award presentation, Jim, for the women's featherweight held
These
earlier
two
this
young
week.
ladies fought during the week.
Margaret Tran and
Be presenting
Iris
them with their medals
Durrani.
right now. Margaret
I pronounced that right.
Tran and Iris Duarte.
Margaret in the blue and Iris in the red, being presented with the medals. Iris's mother, or I'm sorry, Margaret's mother, getting into the ring to present the medal to her daughter. His ring steps are something else, aren't they, Jim?
Congratulations, ladies.
they're a
We have a
little
round
steep.
of applause, please.
Margaret Tran and Iris Durante. We're
For our
into
third bout this evening.
featherweight bout tonight now, Jim. Rashad Barley and
Let's
Christopher
welcome to the
Montanaro.
ring a featherweight fight. In the red corner, I'm sorry, in the blue corner, Rashad Barley. And in the red corner, Christopher Montanero.
Rashad Barley in the blue corner. Chris Montanero in the red corner. Barley a junior, but in his first year of fighting here in the Mission Bouts. Montanero a freshman. Barley at 125 pounds. Montanero with the reach advantage, 67-inch reach compared to Barley's 64-inch reach. Montanero 5'7", 5'7" freshman, and Barley a 5'3" junior. Barley in and out, in and out. Boys feeling each other out. There goes Barley going there with a good left and right combination. Barley is southpaw. Even though Montanero's got the reach advantage, Barley is getting in some good hits in there. Coming in. Barley throwing some left-right combinations. Montanero should be using his jab more. 10 seconds left in this first round. Nice right hand by Barley. That ends the first round. Barley played freshman basketball. Montanero plays on the baseball squad. Barley from the 19th Ward here in the city of Rochester. Montanero comes in from Ogden. Must be a trip every day for him, Jim, to come in from Ogden to school, especially in the winter.
Well, I guess so. Well, I'll tell you, this freshman class really looks impressive this year, Pat.
Well, I think Barley, he's a junior, but it's his first year in the program, and I think he's impressing me. Especially, you know, Montanero's got a 67-inch reach compared to a 64-inch for Barley, and
yeah.
Barley seems to be going in and out and getting in some good left and right combinations when he goes in. And he's trying to stay away from that big reach. His cornerman just said step in and throw. Montanero now using his reach advantage with that jab of his.
Yeah, Montanero is showing a nice little jab there, and Barley's got some pretty good spring in his legs.
Barley moving around the ring well, trying to stay away from that long reach of Montanero's.
Well, being freshmen and stuff, you know, it's sometimes harder to get the feel on how to pace yourself. But we'll see, because they're using a lot of energy moving around the ring at this pace. Montanero, as you can see, He's been schooled to stand more in the center of the ring and to try to
Good
start the
left-right
action.
combination
Good
by
combination by Barley, looking like Aaron Pryor there. Landed some good shots. And he's on the attack, and he's got Montanaro backing up.
Good combinations by Barley on that.
Ken Latrega is the referee for this fight. Both guys breathing a little heavy there through the mouth right now. Those gloves get real heavy, you know, after throwing some punches like that, so many punches like that.
A little warning by the referee for holding on the back of the head. That's the end,
that's the end of a good second round.
Barley planning on going to college after graduating from Aquinas. Montanaro right now planning to go to RIT. They don't tell us what they're going to take up, but be interesting to see what the fighters want to take up in college. A lot of them want to go on to college. They have a pretty good rate here at Aquinas of kids going on to college after graduation. It's up in the 90% range. So
yeah, I was talking to some people. They said like 90% of the kids that graduate from Aquinas go on to college. You know, so that's quite an impressive number.
Well prepared for the college. I remember when my oldest son, he was getting good marks at Niagara, and I said to him, how do you, so you doing a lot of studying? He said, no, you know, he said the other guys here, he said they're busting their back studying, but he said we learned how to study at Aquinas, so he said it's sort of second nature.
And there's a lot of truth to that too.
Barley with some body shots in there when Montanaro went over. But at height may be a disadvantage to Montanaro, the height advantage. Barley's corner yelling at him to keep his hands up. You can see him dropping him down, which may mean he's a little tired.
Montanaro throws a nice jab out there to catch Barley as he's going backwards. Barley got a lot of energy, as does Montanaro.
Ooh, got tagged with a good little left there. Got to take a standing 8 count.
I think he just ruled that as he was off balance. He didn't count that as a standing 8 count. Here's Barley with a big comeback here. And Montanaro comes right back after him. Montanaro driving him across the ring. There's the fatigue factor setting in. Barley was using that blazing speed, and now Montanaro's come back. It's a little bit of payback time right now.
10 seconds left in the fight.
Both guys going toe-to-toe. And there's the bell, and in the third round of a good fight between Rashad Barley and Chris Montanaro.
Oh, we had 3 fights, and each one of them has been a very good fight tonight. So, and we're on really the first-year boxers in the program. So we'll see how we do when we get up to those.
A reminder that
fellows who have been
50-50 tickets are on sale. You can see any one of the program boosters.
Good crowd tonight, Jim.
Oh, it always is a good crowd here. Always a packed house.
A sellout earlier in the week. No tickets ever sold at the door here for the Mission Bouts because they're sold out well before. Well, this is going to be another tough one. I sort of go in favor of the blue corner, to be honest with you. I think he was more aggressive in the first round. I think he tagged
Barley,
Montanaro a few times, but a close fight.
Yeah, very close fight. And Barley had some real nice spring in his legs and stuff. And that sometimes is hard to cope with. And he had some good combinations. But I like Montanaro, the way he stayed on top, kept using his jab to cut the distance down, and definitely stayed right in the fight.
Montanaro's mother.
And the decision.
Presenting there was a decision now.
In the blue corner, Richard
Barley.
Well, Pat, you were right on with that one. Richard Barley takes fight number 3 here with a close decision over Chris Montanaro.
Rashad's father, Richard, an engineer at Kodak, presenting him with his medal. And Montanaro's mother, Ramia, presenting his
special award medal presentation this evening.
His mother works in the RIT and the media library.
Division. A medal presentation.
Medal presentation now for the women's lightweight. Brittany Baker in the blue corner and Rebecca Bartle in the red corner.
Part of our preliminary bouts. Medals being presented by their parents. Brittany Baker in the blue corner and Rebecca Bartle in the red corner.
They fought earlier this week, Jim. And they're receiving their medals now. Girls waving at each other and smiling. And that's what it's all about here at the Mission Bouts.
Our next event.
Try to knock each other out in the ring, but once they leave the ring, they're best of friends.
Coming out of the blue corner.
That's a remarkable thing here about Aquinas.
Michael Booth.
Aquinas fighters.
And in the red corner, sophomore Jason Tripodi.
All right, both of these fighters are first year in the program too. Jason Tripodi, a sophomore, and Michael Marciano, a junior. Tripodi goes by the nickname Jay, and Marciano likes the nickname Booth. Tripodi again with the reach advantage here, 72-inch reach compared to Marciano's 67-inch reach. Both about 150 pounds.
Yeah, he'll come here.
Two boys going toe-to-toe. Two good young fighters here, Jim. Throwing combinations, both first-year fighters. Tripodi in the red, Marciano in the blue. Good left-right combination there by Tripodi. Combinations by both fighters there. Tripodi coming back with a left-right. Marciano, though, with a good right hand. Marciano's good counter puncher, Jim. The only high school in the country that have boxing as a varsity sport right here at Aquinas, so these kids are part of history, if you will. Good combinations by both fighters. Tripodi in the red corner, lives in Greece. Marciano lives here in the city of Rochester. Both plan on going to college after their senior year here at Aquinas. Marciano runs cross country and golf, so he should have the wind to go for a while after running cross country. The Tripodi, a lacrosse player here, so the same with him, because there's a lot of running to be done in lacrosse, so they both
well, probably the most important thing of being successful as boxing is being able to run, you know. Those guys that have the legs, have the wind, and they're the ones that go the distance.
Right. A little water in the ring with the cornermen are getting him. Cornermen tonight are Bob Burtis, Brian Wade, Pat Farrell, Todd Fleming, Bernie Barco, Nick Santello, Joe Clemma, Tom Simiano, Scott Emmering, Steve Van Kirken, and Joe LaTemple, all former Mission Bout participants. Dom Arioli, the director of the Mission Bouts, Don Schwab and Chris Schwab, head trainer and assistant trainer. Oh, good right hand by Tripodi. Got Marciano on the side of the head. Another good little left. Another left. Marciano, they're going for the body. Both fighters starting to breathe through their mouth pretty heavily, Jim.
Referee Bob Martell is right on top of things. You know, he's one of the finest referees in the Amateur Boxing Federation, and he used to be the head of the Niagara District AAU.
Yeah, Bob's been here for many years, volunteering to referee. Good overhand right by Tripodi. 10 seconds left in this second round. Marciano's corner telling him to get busy. Okay. 2 rounds under their belt. Both fighters appreciate the friendships that they've made by working out for the Mission Bouts and the dedication that it takes to become a Mission Bout contestant. So here we are fighting for the championship tonight in the junior middleweight division. 151 pounds for Tripodi, 150 pounds for Marciano. Marciano 17 years of age, Tripodi 15. Tripodi just a sophomore, Marciano a junior, both fighting in their first year. Here we go for that final round, Jim. Bob Martell, the referee. Now Tripodi using that reach with his jab. Good right hand. Trapoti's reach really showing it here. Marciano not getting under that like Bartel did in the last fight. Marciano still going for the body. It's the third round here. That's a good left hand by Marciano. Two left hands by Marciano. Marciano now digging in there. Corner telling him to get his feet under him. Move around. Both fighters breathing quite heavily through their mouth now, Jim. Seconds left in the fight. Both fighters are going to go toe-to-toe now to try to get those points right here at the end of the fight. That's the end of the fight.
And there's the final bell of another good fight between these outstanding Aquinas boxers.
Jason Trapoti in the red corner, Michael Marciano in the blue corner. We're waiting a judge's decision. All the judges are referees here from the Amateur Boxing Association. Scoring in these fights is on the 20-point system. 20 points going to the winner of the round, and then 19 to 14 points going to the loser. So you get 20 points.
And the decision in the right corner, sophomore Jason Trapoti.
Sophomore Jason Trapoti, the winner of that fight. And I really think it was his reach because he got in there. Trapoti's dad, Frank, to present him with his...
I'd now like to take a minute, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you and to ask you to please welcome a very special guest. He's making a big name for himself in professional boxing. And on Thursday, April 10th at the Blue Cross Arena right here in Rochester, New York, he will be featured in a 10-round fight against Gary Wilcox from Albany. It's a rematch from last year's very close, controversial fight, which was broadcast nationally on ESPN2. He's also a computer science teacher at Wilson Magnet High School. Ladies and gentlemen, please a big hand for Rochester's own cruiserweight division fighter, Jamel Barnes.
Jamel Barnes being introduced, a cruiserweight professional fighter, also a teacher at Wilson. Just being acknowledged by the crowd here.
In the blue corner, sophomore Dennis O'Shea. And in the red corner, sophomore Peter
fought last year and lost to Harold Egan. I don't really have any information on Dennis O'Shea. So it's going to be sort of one-sided when it comes to information. Fornarola also plays football here. Favorite boxer is Carmen Basilio. Carmen used to attend the bouts. A few years ago, he goes down to Florida every winter. Fornarola with a 69-inch reach. Shea a little smaller, but he gets down in that crouch. It's hard for Fornarola then to get in there. Fornarola looks like he has another reach advantage. We don't have anything on O'Shea, Jim. He's the only boxer tonight that we didn't receive information on.
Well, he's got an Irish name. That's got to count for something, right?
Oh, it does in my book. Some good boxers.
Years ago, I was watching the fights on television. There was a fighter named Mick Leahy. He was an Irish guy. He reminds me a lot of O'Shea here, the way he tries to come in and throw them punches from underneath and come up if he can.
Well, he gets down, and then Fornarola can't, you know, that makes his jab sort of ineffective. If he stays up, then Fornarola can come in at him like he did just then.
Fornarola using his height and reach advantage a little bit there and throwing out some nice accurate jabs.
Fornarola with a nice right hand.
O'Shea wasn't quite sure how to get in past that jab. That's a great weapon, a left jab, you know. Even if you throw it out there a couple times and don't land, at least gets you to set your distance so that you can establish where your opponent is. Hector Camacho was real good at that. He'd throw the jab out 3-4 times. The fourth one he'd connect. The first three would just feel out there to see where he was, to feel how far away the guy was, you know. Then he'd pop you. And that's what I noticed that Fornarola was kind of doing right there.
Fornarola's favorite boxer is Carmen Basilio. Fornarola Sapor lives in Greece. A lot of the fighters, when they ask them what they get out of the Mission Bouts, it's the discipline and the respect that they gain for each other. It's a good program here.
Oh, it's a great program, and it helps you grow up so much, you know. See how he's using that jab, Fornarola? Even if he touches the glove, at least he establishes, you know, what the distance is.
Now in judging an amateur, now we know in the Olympics they have the white part on the glove, and that's what they look at, right?
Right,
and
yeah.
the amateur boxing, is it basically the same thing, but without that?
Yeah, in the Olympics they use the white to help the judges determine a little bit clearer, I think, where it is. But basically in amateur boxing, it's accumulation of punches. In pro fighting, you know, it's the quality of the blow and power of the blow is a big factor. In amateur boxing, though, you could have a big punch that scores a knockdown, and it really doesn't count much more than a left jab. I mean, it could end up to a fight being stopped, but as far as the point system, it's really 1 point that is scored. Now, right now, see, Fornarola, he's trying to, what he's doing is he's keeping the distance and keeping it established. And O'Shea's having a little bit of a problem getting in. What he's got to do is cut the distance and get an attack going on the back at Fornarola. and he's finding it real tough to get past that jab.
Yeah, that reach is.
Yeah, and when you reach like that, you know, it leaves you open. When you're throwing a punch, there's always a position that is open. And if you got a good jab, you can work wonders.
10 seconds left in the second round. Morolla keeping him at bay.
I'll tell you, O'Shea's fighting, you know, as good as he possibly can, really. He just got to try to get in there and cut the distance down. And it's tough when you got a real sharp jab coming through there like Fornarella's throwing. But as long as he keeps busy, he can dictate the action. You know, when you look at the pro fighters, you know, you'll see that, you know, there's a certain level. You get to a top 10 level, every single guy that's a top 10 fighter has a top 10 jab. Everything else, all the other punches work off the jab.
And most, with the exception of heavyweights who do not move that well, most of the fighters are moving, dodging and weaving the whole fight.
Yeah, when you find a heavyweight fighter that can move, he's usually very successful. You know, like Larry Holmes was very successful. Jim Corbett was very successful. Muhammad Ali was very successful. Of course, these guys aren't heavyweights. These are much smaller guys. But
Ali here at the Mission Bouts in 1994, helping us open up the Wegman Napier Athletic and Science Center. Frank Chacha, the referee. Frank's been refereeing for the Aquinas Mission Bouts for a few years now.
Always good to see Frank. He's a very top official. One of the very best officials in the Niagara district of the Amateur Boxing Association here.
A little
see
blood
that
coming from O'Shea's nose?
Yeah, Fornarella's jab has been painting him a little bit there. You know, you got to admire the guts of O'Shea. You know, he's having a little trouble figuring the guy out, but he's trying to figure him out. That's commendable. You know, he's staying right there, and he's trying to get in there and work in as well as he can to get under the jab.
Yeah, he's trying to get under that, and when he does, he gets a few good body shots.
See, Fornarella's got a he knows how to use the jab and then step back after he lands it a little bit.
He throws a couple of good combinations, Fornarola. O'Shea trying to get in there, but as you said, it's tough with that jab because Fornarola's got very good jab and a distinctive reach advantage.
O'Shea reached him with the right hand there. That's something we haven't seen a whole lot of, but he shows that he can get in there, and he's got a lot of courage, man. He's right there in the fight.
10 seconds left in the fight.
O'Shea with a big rally. Nice right hand by O'Shea, and it follows up with a left at the bell.
I don't think O'Shea hurt.
Boy, I'll tell you. What a way to end the fight. And that's what O'Shea was looking for all night long here. He was looking for that big right hand to land in that left hook. Happened a little bit too late maybe for the decision, but I'll tell you what, at least he left his mark. Got a little bit of rise out of the crowd too.
Yeah, and I don't know what year he's in here at school, so I don't know if it's in the program.
I made all 3 rounds, that's what I
Yeah, O'Shea's a sophomore. This is his second year. 128 pounds, 15 years of age. So this is the second year. He should be back again next year. Waiting for Frank Chacha to tally the votes. Joe Fornarola in to present the medals to his son.
And we have a decision. The decision this evening goes to the red corner, Peter Fornarola.
Fornarella, nice jab. Brings him home to victory.
Our medals this evening are being presented by the parents of the boxers. And a reminder that all the proceeds from this evening's Mission Bouts go to support the missions.
They're ringing out and just said everything.
Tonight we have with us
made here goes to the mission.
3 outstanding professional boxers from Rochester. Please welcome, standing over to my left, Rodney Jones, Russell Jordan, and the man regarded as Rochester's greatest fighter ever, former junior welterweight champion, Charles the Natural Murray.
Introducing the 3 Rochester professional fighters. Charles Murray. Nice of the fellows to come to fight.
Yeah, it is. You know, they were been very supportive of the team. While the team was training, they went down to the Montgomery Club where Charles Murray and these other pros work out of, and they help these kids a lot with advice and things, and that's all invaluable. You know, to have the pros step up and to help out these young amateurs. You know, very commendable of them.
And in the blue corner,
We're out at 6th fight of the night.
Junior Irish Cream Sean Connell.
Sean Connell in the red corner. Joe
And
Campo,
in
Smoking Joe
the
Campo
red
in the blue corner. Or I'm sorry, in the red corner.
Smoking
Connell in the blue
Joe
corner.
Campo.
Another junior and sophomore matchup. Both of them, though, have fought last year. Sean Connell lost to Matt Troop last year. And Joe Campo was a freshman fighter of the night in beating Anthony Bamba. I think Bamba's fighting tonight. So 2 experienced boxers here, Jim. We should see a good fight. Could have left the right combination there by Campo. Campo with just a 2-inch reach advantage.
What I liked about, go ahead.
Using it to his advantage.
Oh, Campo, I like them body shots right there. He's coming underneath. He's with them crushing shots to the ribs, and there he landed a couple under the chin, too. Those are really bring your pizza up. Sean Connell coming back with some nice hooks there.
Good left hand on that one.
Oh, nice right hand by Connell. Campo coming in underneath, over top, underneath, and here comes Connell firing back.
Connell covering up well on those, Jim. I don't know if any of them really got through. 2 young, experienced fighters. Sophomore and a junior.
Two nice jabs there by Connell. Connell cutting that distance down. Oh, lands a good right to the jaw, and another right. Connell giving a little bit back here from what. And here comes Campo with another attack. He likes to dig underneath and then come up with them uppercuts. Good fight. Both guys landing some nice clean shots here and fighting hard. Both guys fighting hard in this fight.
into round one.
Good first round.
Sean Connell, a junior, lives in Webster. Plans on going to college and studying criminal justice upon graduation from Aquinas. Joe Campo, a sophomore, lives right here in the city of Rochester. Plans on going to college, has not decided on a major yet. Campo plays baseball and golf, and Connell plays soccer and lacrosse here at Aquinas. So two young athletes.
I like the way both guys tried to test the other guy, tried to get in there and take it right to the gut, see if the other guy could take it. And right now, they both did. They both did. That was a very good round.
Bob Martell, the referee. Campo comes out bobbing and weaving.
Campo sticking that jab out there right on the nose. He's actually establishing his distance, but he's also scoring a good points.
Connell covers up pretty well when Campo starts throwing some combinations.
Sean Connell throwing most of his blows to the top, and ever so often Campo turns around, he lands a shot to the body.
Connell throwing some good jabs in there.
Another good shot underneath. Good shot.
right
Oh,
hand
good
by
shot. Here goes
Connell.
Campo. Campo on the attack with them body shots underneath.
Campo going to the body there, Jim.
He goes to the body real well, and that was a nice attack, and he's still keeping up. See how he puts that jab right out there? Right now, Connell needs to push him off, push him backwards and get his distance back a little. That was a nice series of blows there by Campo. I'll tell you, Sean Connell doesn't give no ground though. He doesn't give no ground. He's right there. He's right there to fight. He's just waiting for Campo to miss a blow so he can start landing.
10 seconds left in the second round. All right.
I'll tell you, real good, tough round. Real good, tough round.
Well, the third round should be a Donnybrook then.
Both guys having their moments and stuff, but I'll tell you, that was very impressive the way that Connell takes them shots and is right there to try to counter over the top of that jab of Campo. But Campo likes to mix it up. He goes down below to the body and stuff, which throws Connell off just enough.
Well, Campo was the freshman fighter of the night last year in the bouts.
I'll tell you, I remember that fight. That was a good fight. And he's improved a lot over last year even.
He's a sophomore, so look forward to 2 more years with him.
Here we go, round 3. Sean Connell in blue, Joe Campo in red. And so far, it's been a real tough fight here. This is the kind of fight you'd pay to watch, you know? Pay to watch on TV any night of the week.
It lasts a little longer than 49 seconds, right?
That's right.
Good right hand thrown by Connell there before. Campo moves very well.
He moves
Good
real well.
uppercut.
He threw a punch from left field out there, and it just missed landing on the jaw. There's a good uppercut by Campo. Campo ever so often throws these punches, and he throws them with bad intent, as Mike Tyson used to say. That's it. Sean's got to push him off a little bit. So right now, Sean's trying to jab with him, but the momentum is in Campbell's favor. Sean's got to do something to turn the momentum his way.
Sean's got to come up with some combinations. Should have kept on it.
There's a good right hand by Sean. Another right hand by Sean. Sean just gained a little respect. Lands another right hand. Here comes Campbell. He's got great heart. Both of these guys got great heart. Oh, good punching. Campbell with a big combination, and Sean punching back.
A lot of those short uppercuts, I think Sean is covering up pretty well on.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're doing that much damage.
But what they're doing down is they're slowing down his momentum. There's what he's been waiting for. He's been waiting for that, and at the bell. Oh, another good ending. Good fight.
That was a good fight.
All these fights are good. I love watching the fathers' faces when these fights are over. How they go from being real serious to smiling.
And the mothers uncover their eyes.
I know. Mothers are there to put the medals around their sons' necks. Make their boys look pretty good.
You want to take that thing? Your brother, right?
That was a real good fight. I really like the way Campo punched to the body and tried to throw the uppercuts under the chin, too. You don't see a lot of that. Everybody gets focused so much into throwing the jab or punching to the head, but you see somebody go the body and then use it to go to the head is what boxing is all about.
Campo had some real good uppercuts there, but Connell has a good right hand.
Sean Connell, a lot of guts, and he landed his share. He landed his share of big shots too.
And the winner is from the red corner,
Joe Campo wins.
Joe's dad Charlie presenting him with a medal, and Sean's dad John presenting him with a medal. John Connell is a county court judge. Charlie works for General Motors.
I'll tell you, Sean Connell has the skills to win a fight. You know, he's run into 2 tough fights in 2 years.
And recognize the Aquinas president, Mr. Mike Daly, our principal, Mrs. Sally Cardilli, the athletic director, Dick Cerrone, and the chairman of the board of trustees here at Aquinas, Mr. Jim Leo. Thank you very much for your support of this program.
Okay. Let's do it up, baby.
In the blue corner, sophomore, Anthony Bamba. And in the red corner, sophomore, Andy Speckscore.
Speckscore in the red, Bamba in the blue.
Well, those are 2 good names, 2 good Irish names. Bamba against Speckscore.
Bamba lost to, or Speckscore, lost to Bamba in the preliminaries. And Bamba lost last year to Joe Campo, who we saw in the previous fight.
Well, I'll tell you, and that was the freshman fight of the year or something. You know, that was no disgrace losing to Joe Campo for sure.
Well, these 2 guys are coming out. They're both sophomores. Good combination by Bamba.
Well, I'll tell you, I really enjoy seeing how talented these younger classmen are. We're going to see some real good fighters the next couple years here as they grow into the junior and senior years.
Spexler not backing down, throwing some good combinations, covering up well. Bob Martell, the referee, had to get out of the way on that flurry. Good right hand there by Spexler. Another right hand that came across. Bamba throwing some good combinations, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are not jabbing too much. They're just throwing some good punches.
These guys are pretty even so far.
First round of the super middleweight. Not really any reach advantage for either of the fighters. They both got a 67, 68-inch reach. Quite good. 15 years old, Bamba 16. Both sophomores here at Aquinas. Both fought last year. So a couple of experienced fighters.
Spexler's pretty good at catching Bamba when he's first coming in, and Bamba walks right through a lot of them things, you know, a lot of them shots, and to land his own blows. That shows a lot of courage when you can take a shot and walk through it to land your shot.
End of the first round.
That was a good first round. Good sparring back and forth. It was hard to see who was on top of the other guy from this angle anyhow.
Both fighters live in Greece and both plan on going to college after graduation from here at Aquinas. Bamba playing football. They must have played JV this past year. Two good young fighters.
It's always interesting to see who the guys put down as their heroes, and this is second fighter in 7 fights so far. He's picked Rocky Marciano, you know, and it's always good to see that the Rock is still out there, you know, in the minds of everybody.
I think with the advent of the computer and the kids can get in there and see some things. Going through the computer looking at boxing today, there were 3 or 4 sites for Rocky Marciano in there.
Oh, yeah.
Spexler in red, Bamba in the blue corner.
Spector trying to slow Bamba down by going downstairs with his shots and then coming over the top. But I tell you, sometimes when Spector's going downstairs, Bamba's coming right over the top with just like then. Oh, there's a good right hand. Good right hand by Spector. Spector on the attack right now, landing some good shots.
On that one. Bamba is shaking his head.
Spector circling around, comes back in. Here comes Bamba with a combination. Nice right hand over the top. Both guys throw a few punches and back up, but they step right back into the action quick. You know, and that's good. Some guys get a little tentative, you know, but these guys step right back in there real quick after they take a look.
A couple of good right hands by Spector. Barb Nagel, the timekeeper tonight, assisted by Marlene T-Boone. Acting as assistant timekeeper. Both ladies very active in the Amateur Boxing Association?
Well, you know, they're also very active in the pro fight scene too. Some of the big televised fights that took place here in the 90s and stuff, they were the timekeepers for the TV network fights also, so they're extremely capable officials.
Do we have any pro television fights coming up in Rochester? Are they well attended?
Well, there's a big show that's coming up at the Blue Cross Arena on the 10th of April. And the 4 fighters that were introduced here tonight, Charles Murray, Russell Jordan, Rodney Jones, and Jameel Barnes are all going to be appearing on that show at the Blue Cross Arena.
Well, that should be a good...
It's going to be a fine night of boxing.
Okay, the final round of this 3-round super middleweight division. Specksgore and Bamba. Specksgore in the red, Bamba in the blue. Specksgore has been landing some good right hands in the first 2 rounds. Another right hand by Specksgore. Right on top of our television camera there, one of the 3 television cameras we have here tonight.
Specksgore throwing
good
a good
right hand. You
landed
can
good
hear
right
him
to
landing.
yeah, Spector landed a good right hand to the jaw there, and
Okay,
Bob
we're gonna
Martell's going to give Bamba a standing 8 count.
6, 7, 8.
Bamba being led over to the neutral corner and now being instructed by referee Martell to box, and he comes right in and snaps 2 jabs into Spector's face.
As you said, that doesn't really mean that much in amateur boxing, right? The standing 8 count.
Right, it's more for safety, and I didn't see where the fighter was really hurt as far as leg being shaken, but you know, Bob Martell had a better angle, and he's extremely safety conscious, especially for these guys here.
2 good rights, one from Bamba, one from Specksgore. 10 seconds left in the fight. Bamba's going at him now. Specksgore not backing down.
Another big rally at the bell. That seems to be the trademark here that they pushed in their heads this year. Close the fight.
Well, that's the 7th fight. That's going to bring us halfway through the program.
And that was a real good action-packed fight also. Every fight tonight has been a real good fight. There hasn't been one dud.
Anthony Bamba and Andy Specksgore. Andy's
It's going
dad,
to be a very
Eric.
interesting decision here.
Andy's dad, Eric, into put the medal on his son, Andy. Richard into the ring to put the medal on his son, Anthony.
Bob Martell collecting the judges' cards.
Once again, our medals this evening being presented by the parents of the boxers.
Okay, Bob Martell.
And the winner of this bout, from the red corner, Andy Specksgore.
Andy Specksgore, the winner of
Andy
that bout.
Specksgore wins a tough decision. I'll tell you, it was a good fight.
At this time, we're
Fight,
going to
another
take a
one that the
15-minute
judges-
intermission. Feel free to get up, stretch your legs.
Judges had a
Mission
tough
Bouts
decision on that
t-shirts,
one, too.
videos, hats, etc. are available this evening for you to purchase.
Okay, we'll be back after
ask
the
you to make
intermission.
sure that you stick around for this evening's main event, and also our award ceremony immediately following the last bout of the evening. Thank you for coming to Aquinas Institute and the second annual Mission Bouts.
During the intermission with John Toscano, a member of the Aquinas Sports Hall of Fame and also the honorary chairman of the Mission Bouts tonight. John, you fought in the Mission Bouts back in the late 50s, early 60s, right?
Yeah, from 58 through 1961.
So
4 years. Yeah.
4 years
4
there
years.
at Aquinas,
Yep.
besides being a football star. And
Well, when you came to Aquinas, you just participated. You played everything you could. The teachers, the coaches, they just wanted you to get out there and play. It was a little different back then. There were 1,200 boys at Aquinas back then. We actually had a intramural football league back then. And then you had a freshman team, a JV, and varsity football. So a lot of kids played. And some of the same coaches from football were the boxing coaches, Mr. Vadas. And they just encouraged you to come out. And I knew nothing about boxing, but it was the most unique experience I ever had the 4 years I was at school.
and you had 4 sons here at Aquinas and 1 daughter, right?
That's right. They graduated 83, 84, 85, 86, and in 1988, Jody graduated.
And now
So-
you and your wife can enjoy some time because you don't have to put all the money into this place.
Well,
right?
we got through college and all the weddings, and now we're enjoying our grandkids.
Oh, that's
So
great.
It's been a good time.
Well, John, we want to thank you for being the honorary chairman tonight, and wish you the best of luck in the coming years, and say hello to your lovely wife, Carol, for me,
I
will
will,
you?
Pat. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Take care
Thank you.
now.